Social Justice Goblin, welcome to the backyard. So, little cigar culture for you, AEW. I am smoking a factory smoke. It is my daily smoke. It cost me $2, $2.50. Cheap smoke with my cool Zycar lighter. Now that is a little bit of unetiquette. I am toasting. You could do a scene of them toasting. Or lighting. Doesn't take very much longer. Cutting or just cutting. So that's how you do a cigar. Usually I just come in with the cigar lit and the label removed. But I wanted to show a little bit, because today's video is actually a very deep topic, and I need my concentration medicine. It always goes out when I do the videos. Okay, so long story short, you've gotta basically look at All In as a WrestleMania level event. It was a WrestleMania level event. A WrestleMania event that all started with the Bullet Club, that really started with basically the Young Bucks wanting to have a vlog with Kenny Omega. How does every Wrestling Federation story start? With three boys that say, I had enough. They find other boys that come and join them. And before you know it, you have a crew. That's how Dusty did it. That's how Dustin is doing it. You know, the ones that show loyalty, you keep. Some, you know. It's showbiz, kids. But and that's All In was what Dusty would have done. I mean, the Cody Rhodes match with Nick Aldis, technically, I'm not a Nick Aldis fan. I don't like his wrestling style. It's just not crisp. But that was a moment for NWO fans to finally have their moment in the light. New Japan and Ring of Honor fans got to see something new. So they got money from it. And they got exposed to a bigger market. It was exposure. I mean, so it was a mega WrestleMania event. Because you see, when WrestleMania happened, the second one was terrible, but the third one was the best. It was amazing. My favorite WrestleMania is WrestleMania 3, by the way. WrestleMania 1 was cool, but it has to be taken in the context of its time. WrestleMania 3 was classic. I mean, that Randy Savage Steamboat match, that is probably one of the finest matches ever done. And Roddy Piper's I am retiring speech and going to Hollywood. And the birth of Brutus the Barber. It was great. But something that came out of All In, that WrestleMania moment for us, was that WrestleMania birthed a federation. It birthed WWF. But WWF had been already building before. But with All In, we're seeing a federation build from the ground up. It had its first card, then it had its second card, now it's having its weekly card, and it as a national business, international business. I'm just interested to see what they're going to do in Texas, because I don't know Corpus's market, but I know it's big. It is big in Corpus. And I mean, I don't know why they're not hitting Austin. There's an underserved market here. If you market right, you'll get a bunch of the old farts. But you need a Von Erich. Seriously, you need to sign the Von Erichs. or at least do business with the Von Erichs. You can't really. I don't think they want to sign contracts, because if you want the Texas market, you need the Von Erichs. But no. But this time, the WrestleMania event, 4 companies benefited from it. First of all, NWA. Now it's it's on the rise. It's a revolution in wrestling. And it's kind of a quirky product aimed at an older demographic of lapsed wrestling fans, which there are a lot of them. You know, homages, simple traits, you know, good old Jim Cornette. You know, that's probably where the Von Erichs would end up, is in NWA. They would be a good fit in NWA. Actually, probably. But that's not. But also, then Ring of Honor, you know, it got a benefit from it. But Ring of Honor also lost in the fight because of AEW. It basically locker rated Ring of Honor because WWF locked down the ship tight as it could. I mean, by the way, that Rey Mysterio match with the Young Bucks. Uno, dos, cuatro. Oh, that's. Oh my God. I just love Lucha Libre style. I just love that I can hear the commentary in English. It's gonna be hard to comment on. I mean, how do you do the commentary on that stuff? I mean, it's action packed. It's not quite CML, but it's more AAA. But I mean, CMLA does that stuff too a little bit, but because from what I've seen of CMLA, but CMLA is more technical, very much more technical, and there are certain techniques they teach technicals to a level that is insane. Their showcases are very technical. And there's a market for, you see, that's the whole thing, is there's a massive wrestling market in America. And technical fans, you know, they exist. But I'm not one of them. I like more of an action-paced flow. Not, you know, it's hard to do a battle of wills with 2 people that are not showing personality in the ring. But, man, the chains are awesome. I mean, it's called ring psychology and all that, and, you know, I know they get, you know, like, you know, tech, you can be, but there's a lot to the craft of wrestling. Wrestling is a performance art. It's you know, it's a performance sports oriented art form. And so to understand wrestling, you have to understand how do you prepare from a performance artist standpoint, especially since it's sports centric. So you have to be in athletic shape. You have to be in what's called ring shape. Anyways, this is a tangent. This is a Russian white novel. But what I was going to say about this whole thing was, what the whole point of this video was, what All In gave us is the next layer in the craft. Now, thanks to All Elite, when you watch it, Cody Rhodes character changes from being that, yes, Mr. Clean Cut good guy, to a crazy ass. Oh my God. I'm like on the piss where SCU gets the money, and now they're just like, they're changing. And the whole librarian shtick with Tony Khan, and that, you know, they're adding depth to the characters. They're no longer one-dimensional characters. They're introducing flaws. You know, Matt of the Young Bucks is a really nice guy, but man, can he be a dick. And what he did to Adam Page over the Full Gear with the 1 potato chip, oh, burn. That's what makes All Elite so beautiful. is adding depth. The background is adding depth to the characters. They're showing, not only are they showing their virtues, they're showing their flaws. That changes characters, because now you can root for them, because you can feel sympathetic for MJF. Or you can fucking hate that motherfucker, because, man, he is the biggest. Oh my god, he is just like, I could totally play MJF's sister and have a blast with it. And keep that boy in check. That would be so much fun. I'd be like, I'd walk up right afterwards. Ignore my brother. He got dropped on his head when he was little. You know, we're used to him. He likes you, but he has this insecure need, thinking that he has to be powerful and rich, when really we know that he couldn't command a toilet ship. Something like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in ring shape, so. But, I mean, to toy with. I should do that to MJF. Ideas. Alright, well, there we go.